India is growing and changing fast, but some traditional views are still in place. Institutions like the caste system have been outlawed, yet caste discrimination and segregation still occurs. The most recent economic data indicated in urban areas a wealth gap of 60% exists between people traditionally from the highest and lowest caste. So what is the Indian caste system, and how is it affecting modern India? Well, the caste system is a hereditary social hierarchy, also called the jati system, that's existed in India for nearly 2,000 years. Historians think that these social distinctions may be based in ancient Hinduism, which delineates 4 major social classes, or varnas. On top are the Brahmin, usually described as priests and scholars. Then come the Kshatriya, described as nobles and warriors. The Vaisya, below them operate commercial businesses. And then the Sudra, below them are referred to as laborers or servants. Then there is a 5th group completely ostracized from traditional Indian society, the untouchables, now called the Dalits. This is the lowest caste and is relegated to undesirable jobs like cleaning sewers. Because they are considered impure, the Dalits have been regularly segregated from schools and religious temples, and there are reports that some have even been punished for letting their shadow fall on someone of a higher caste. Experts think that this hierarchy wasn't strictly adhered to in the region until the British claimed India as a colony and wrote the caste system into their laws. From there, the system became more rigid, and when India gained independence from Britain in 1947, it was ingrained into the culture. Obviously, the Dalits got the short end of the stick in this historical arrangement. But in 1955, discrimination based on caste was outlawed. And to help reintegrate lower castes into modern society, the government later implemented affirmative action like quotas for certain jobs and university admissions. However, vestiges of the caste hierarchy undoubtedly remain. A politician's caste continues to be an important deciding factor for many voters, and marrying or acting outside of one's caste continues to be taboo in many rural areas. For India to become completely caste-free, more education, government policies, and social programs may be needed. Although this social system is still rooted deep in India, it does have cracks. To hear the inspiring story of one young boy who beat the system, check out this video from This Happened Here.
One evening, Ratnajit had decided to stop into the store for some chai, and whilst drinking the first cup, he became intrigued by a conversation that the owner was having with one of his regular customers.
While listening to this conversation, I intentionally had 3 cups of tea just to kind of stretch it out and hear his story.
Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching TestTube.
So what is your name and where are you from?
I'm Jayesh Devani, and I'm from west part of India, from state Gujarat.
The west part?
Yeah.
Would you say that where you're from is more of an urban environment or a rural environment?
It's kind of semi-urban environment, because my city is big, it is few developed structures, but not really to a point where you can call it a metropolitan city or something like that.
So okay, yeah. So it's not like a large city like New York or something, but it's not out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. It was going to be in recent history have there been changes, but it sounds like with the new generation just going away.
There were really big reforms. So India was ruled by Britishers. As soon as the Britishers left, people started to unite, because if there was caste system so strong in India, people would have never been united, and if people would have never been united, they would have never been able to have such great reforms.
Hello, Professor Hossain. I want to ask 3 questions about caste system in India.
Okay.
The first one is the caste system have existed in India for thousands of years, but why it does not have a big change?
Okay, well, first of all, it has changed. There is no doubt that change has been slow, and that is not just in India. You know many cultures around the globe, in Africa, in Middle East, and even in the United States of America. The Amish, they have not changed. So change is not easy, it's not very simple. But generally speaking, as you know, we talked about in our class that industrialization, urbanization, and modernization tends to change societies. And that has not happened in India in a long time, but now it is accelerating this process. So hopefully it will change.
So the second question is, India changed their president to a person who used to be an untouchable. What do you think it will change India?
Well, first of all, in India, the president is not elected by popular vote. It is elected by the parliamentarians. So I'm not sure if there is a popular vote and an untouchable can even win now. It will be difficult. But it was a good symbolic election by the parliament, and basically it's a political decision. So now it's not the same person.
So the last question is, what do you think that what's something that we should do to, or the Indian should do to change the case system now?
Well, as I said, change is very complex, and to bring change, you have to change a lot. You have to change the culture, you have to change the laws, you have to change the traditions, and as I mentioned in the beginning, in many countries, change has taken place as a result of industrialization, urbanization, modernization, and you remember we talked about modernization theory in our class, and they claim that this is the best thing to do, and these are indirect changes that take place as a result of all of the above.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome and good luck.